Hi, Alexis. Thanks for coming in today.
Okay.
Appreciate it. How are you?
I'm busy thinking.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. I'm pleased that you chose me as your counselor. Before we get started, I want to go over some things with you. I want to talk to you about confidentiality, so you know what to expect and what's going to happen and what could or could not happen. First of all, let me give you some qualifications about myself. I hold a bachelor's degree in human services from Metropolitan College of New York. I am also a therapist in training at Mercer University. I'm here at Behavior Management Consultants as a therapist in training. I have 20 years working with difficult, at-risk, aggressive, and hard-to-place youth. I've also worked in shelter. I worked in classrooms as a certified teaching assistant. That's just to give you an idea of some of my background, so you kind of know, hey, does this guy have any experience? Can he help me? What does he know? What doesn't he know? So, when it comes to confidentiality, all of our communication will be part of the clinical record and or your clinical record. You can see it any time that you ask me to do so. You can direct me in writing, or if you would like someone else to see it, you can make a request and that can happen. If there is a discussion of self-harm or a discussion to harm someone else, someone elderly, if there is domestic violence, at that point in time, I am obligated to break confidentiality. Okay, is that okay with you?
Okay.
All right, so I just wanted to get some of those things out of the way. I don't want to, drill you with 10,000 questions, but I did want you to know kind of what to expect and what's going to happen in today's session. I'm going to get some information about you. I'm going to ask you some questions, just try to understand you and learn you a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right, so tell me, what brings you in today?
So I've been having some trouble with my twin sister. You see, she and I we're usually close. Usually we used to spend a lot of time together, and now we kind of don't really spend as much time together. And it's been really hard just trying to get her to, I guess, get us to go back to how we used to be.
Okay, so tell me more about that.
So before we used to hang out a lot. I mean, not as often as we do now, but we were more like close. Like if I was to go outside, she would go outside with me. And now we're at the point where it's like I'll ask her to go outside with me, and she doesn't want to do anything with me. And it's getting really kind of just discouraged. I feel a little bit discouraged just asking her, like, hey, you want to hang out or you want to be together? She just doesn't want anything. She doesn't want to do anything.
Okay. All right, so let me just reflect here for a minute. So what I hear you saying is that you would like to hang out more with your sister, and she doesn't want to hang out with you as much as you guys used to hang out. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say to her when she says this to you?
Usually, when she doesn't want to hang out with me, usually my reaction is kind of a little bit rude. I mean, I'm just like, okay, like she'll say like, I'll be like, I'm sorry. This is an example I can give.
Okay, sure, absolutely.
So like if I wanted to go out for a walk, I'll be like, oh hey, my sister's name is Alani. So I'll be like, oh hey Alani, you wanna go out for a walk with me? And she'll be like, no, I'm tired, or no, I wanna go to sleep. And usually my reaction is just like, oh well, you always sleeping. Oh, you always never wanna go out with me. And so it's kind of sometimes rude, I think, but I don't know why
how long has this been going on?
It's been going on since maybe 2022 or longer, maybe.
Okay. How does this affect your daily life?
I guess trying to engage with my sister, I feel like it kind of affects my life because sometimes I do want to hang out with her, or sometimes when she wants to hang out with me, I'll have that same reaction that she has.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like with that, it kind of, I don't really speak to her as much or do much with her compared to like other people. And one thing that I was thinking about is the fact that when I don't, when I ask her to go out with me and she says no, at the same time, sometimes she'll ask me if she wants me to go out with her, and then I'll just be like no.
Okay, so on the one hand, you want to hang out with her, and she says no. On the other hand, she wants to hang out with you, and you say no.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
Well, I guess it's her timing, or at least that's what I could think of. It's her timing. Because usually when she wants to go out, I'm too tired to go out. I'm busy with stuff. I'm busy with school. I'm busy with work. And then whenever I want to go out, it's usually when I'm free. And so when I'm free, I try to ask her if we could go out. And I mean, she doesn't go to school. She doesn't go to work. She's kind of just home most of the time. But she does, does do some things like activities outside of the house. But usually during that time, she's like, no, I ain't going out. And so we kind of don't really match each other's schedule.
So what's going on with you when you hear her say, no, I don't want to go out? You think it's personal, or you think that she, what's going on with you inside?
I feel like when I do, when she does decline my request, I feel discouraged. I feel like
Where's that feeling in your body? Is it in your chest? Is it in your head? When you feel that, where do you feel that?
on my shoulders.
In your shoulders.
Yeah,
Okay.
my shoulders. I'm just like it's like a shrug, just shrugging my shoulders at this point whenever she says that, because I'm like, okay, well. And then recently, I've been getting like more into my Bible, and I've been trying to get her more into the Bible and get her more into like church and just being a part of a community, because um, the way she is and the way I am is kind of a bit different. And so I would say like I'm more open to doing new things and open to meeting new people, where she's more kind of closed off, or she's more secure. I guess she's more like aware of like how people are, and so she's like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna talk to those people because I can't trust them.
Okay.
Whereas for me, it's like, oh well, you're not gonna know someone until you actually meet them.
Right.
And so, like recently, I've been getting more into like my church community, and I've been trying to get her into that because you can't be by yourself all the time, and it's been really hard for her to just do that because she doesn't seem to want to.
Okay. Is there an age gap between you two guys?
No, we're twins.
You guys are twins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who's older?
Yeah.
How many minutes?
Hours. Yeah, hours.
Wait. Wait. How many hours is she older than you by?
Okay, maybe by like 1 hour.
1 hour.
My bad.
Does she use that against you?
Our behavior is kind of weird because I feel like sometimes I act more as like the oldest compared to her, even though she's the oldest.
Okay.
Like I take on like more responsibilities. If something's wrong, I'm usually the one to step up and try to figure out that whole situation, or like for example, cooking breakfast. That's a big thing that I have a problem with her. She doesn't know how to cook that well, but I know how to cook well.
Okay.
And if no one's eating, if there's no food, usually I'm the one to be like, okay, I'm gonna cook. She doesn't take any like type of initiative with anything, and so
Okay.
you know.
How many? Who do you cook for? Do you just cook for you and her, or are you cooking for the entire house?
For breakfast, I usually cook for my mom and her. It's only us two.
Okay.
Us three, sorry. And I mean, most of the time my mom cooks. Like yeah. Compared to like everybody in the house, like I would say like there's like a little level to everything. So it's like okay, my mom, she's cooking. She usually takes on a lot of responsibilities, and then there's me who tries to sometimes like help her out with those responsibilities. Then there's my sister, who I can't say maybe she does help out, but I guess from my point of view, she doesn't.
She doesn't. She doesn't.
Yeah, she don't really help out.
Okay, so you've shared some of what goes on with your sister. What do you hope to achieve today in terms of what your issues are with your sister?
I mean, I hope to maybe with her. I hope to probably like communicate with her better because I feel like our communication's kind of off, and I guess grow our relationship. Maybe that's kind of my goal. Like how can I better my relationship with my twin sister? Because it seems like we're so distant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you want to know, you want to work on bettering your relationship with your sister. Okay. All right. Okay. So what can, what do you think are some of the ways in which you could better your relationship with your sister?
Hmm. Well, first, probably I could take the steps to actually maybe.
What do you tell yourself in terms of your relationship with her? What do you say to yourself? So, huh? What do you say to yourself?
My relationship with her. Um, Usually I tell myself, "Oh, it's fine." I try to brush it off, even though I don't think it's fine. And I feel like what I what I want to do is like interact with her more, even though I don't. And I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
My I hope to be more open to what she likes, because I noticed that like sometimes I try to push what I like onto her,
Mm-hmm.
and so I hope to be more open to what she likes, and maybe that'll help better our relationship.
Sure. So, what does that look like for you? What does that look like if you had to say, okay, here's how I know this thing is going well? What does that look like for you?
Probably like us hanging out and her just enjoying the time that we spend together. Like, like I know that usually when we do hang out, it's more based on what I like. And so what I can imagine is like, okay, we're doing something that she likes, and I'm actually engaging in what she likes, and not focusing on what I like only.
Right.
And I feel like what I can imagine is mainly just focus on her reaction instead of like how I feel. Just more of her reaction, because I want her to be happy when we do hang out together and to enjoy our our being together.
Right.
And so I feel like I want that to happen, even though it's mainly focused on how she feels, not really how I feel.
When was the last time you guys hung out?
Not in a while. Like I guess usually if we were to like hang out, it's in our room because we share a room, and so we don't like if it was like hanging out, like oh going to the movies or going out somewhere. We haven't done that in so long, like in like forever, like maybe a year probably,
Okay.
and that kind of makes me feel like kind of make me feel bad because like I've hung out with more people than her in just like a whole year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I feel like when
You guys attend the same school?
she doesn't go to school, she just stays at home. She goes to like this like activities program,
Okay.
and so she doesn't go to school, or at least she tried to, but it didn't really work out for her. She didn't like it, and so now she kind of just does her own thing. I mean, I'm not really into like what she does.
What does she do?
She mostly spends her time at home and goes to like she goes to a program that pretty much like works on like career goals and like mindfulness activities and stuff.
Okay, so I just wanna reflect for a minute, and I wanna kind of recap what you're saying. So you feel like you're not connecting with your sister because you guys have different um you guys are pursuing different likes, hobbies, but you want to um reconnect with your sister, and you find it difficult to do that because you guys don't share any of the same activities.
Or like yeah, pretty much. We don't. It's not the same as how it used to be.
Okay, okay. I mean, sometimes, you know, when you grow up, you don't, you don't play with the same things that you did when you was a child, when you were a child. You know what I mean? But you want that closeness. Did you ever just have a conversation with her and say, "Hey, sis, I miss us. I'd like to, you know, have, you know, some us time."
Actually, I was thinking about that. No, I haven't really addressed that and be like, hey, I wanna like interact with you again. I haven't.
What do you tell yourself? What are the stories that you tell yourself in terms of your sister?
She's lazy. She she don't and she's I'm sorry, not lazy.
You laughed. What was that
Not
laugh?
lazy.
You laughed. What was that laugh about?
It was because I was just thinking about the fact that I gee, we we don't really talk about like how we feel at all. Like, oh, I feel like you don't really want to hang out with me anymore. We've never done that, and so I thought that was funny because it's like if I mean I feel like if I said that to her now, she'll just be like, oh, okay,
How do you know that? Is that what you tell yourself?
yeah.
So how do you know that if you don't say that?
Okay. I'm probably going based on my own judgment.
Okay,
And
so in narrative therapy, we try to reauthor stories that we tell ourselves. Sometimes we tell ourselves a thing will be a certain way without checking to see if it is going to be that way indeed. We can convince ourselves, trick ourselves, fool ourselves, but until we say the thing out loud, we can then, kind of reauthor the story. Maybe she doesn't want to hang out with you. It's I'm busy, she's busy. We can't find the right time to connect, as opposed to she just don't want to hang out with me.
That's true.
So you tell me, give me some things. You tell me something that you think that she, you know, does or doesn't want to do, and then I want you to reauthor that story.
Well, she doesn't want to go to church with me. She doesn't want to do things that I like to do. But if I think about it in a different perspective, maybe she's just not interested in what I want to do. And maybe I can't say what she hopes, but maybe she hopes that instead of me saying, hey, let's do this because I want to do it, maybe I can say like, oh, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want to do when we hang out together? Or what do you want to do when we're together?
Okay, or let's work on that a little more. What else?
Or we could maybe we should set up a date that we both will be able to have the right time to hang out together, and and
that's a very good start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start with that. Yeah.
Like setting up a date, and then afterwards maybe actually addressing the fact that I about how I feel about our relationship. That's something I might do. Because if I don't tell her like, hey, I want, like, I feel like she deserves to know, I guess. Because it's like, okay, I've been thinking about hanging out, and I know that you've been busy.
Who else has been busy?
No.
You. So she's not the only one that's busy.
That's true. That's true. I feel like sometimes my schedule really does get in the way of like spending time with her though. Maybe I could figure out ways to manage my schedule. Maybe set up some like just at least like one day out of the week to actually make the effort to grow my communication and connection with her instead of being like locked in a book or at work.
Okay, and this is all a part of again the narrative therapy that I spoke about a little while earlier in terms of the stories that we tell ourselves over and over and over again and how we get locked in to those stories. So with that, right, now you can reauthor those stories. I'm not good at this. Now, well, I'm okay, but I can get better. That's how you reauthor your story, right? So I want you, as we're sitting here, we're talking about this, think about your sister, her schedule, yourself, your schedule, and how you can now reauthor the story that you tell yourself about her schedule, her time, your schedule, your time. And let me hear some of those things.
Okay, so I spend a lot of time focused on school, and sometimes I should take some time off of school or some time away from doing work or like homework assignments, and um, let me think about some ways that me and my sister can hang out together, or like, okay, my I see my sister's not doing anything right now. Um, I should go ask her whether like maybe she wants to watch a movie or something simple to start with, maybe like watching a movie in the house, maybe instead of going outside. We'll still be hanging out together, and that will slowly contribute to our relationship.
Okay, that's the activity. That's fine.
Hmm.
But I want you to think about what you tell yourself about, oh, she's busy, she doesn't want to hang out with me, she doesn't like me, I don't like her. Tell me about that in terms of you reframing that.
Instead of thinking about it as in she doesn't like me or she doesn't want to hang out with me, I could think of it as, okay, maybe right now is not the right time for her. I was gonna say for her. Maybe right now is not right for me. I don't know how that's going. I'm having some trouble.
That's okay, it's okay. That's what we're here to work it out. Maybe right now is poor timing. Not that the timing is a possession in terms of it's hers or it's mine. Maybe it's not a good time.
That's a good way of thinking about it. Like, okay, so maybe right now is not a good time. And then I can go into, okay, when will a good time be? Which would when will a good time?
When would a good time be? When should a good time be?
What time would be right for the both of us to to communicate with each other?
Right.
And then going forward from that, I could do the action that I was talking about, like with watching movies together, maybe in the house, starting there, and then moving on to like doing things outside, which might be more comfortable with her, not for her, but with her. I feel like, I mean, even though I'm saying like, okay, I maybe now is not the right time. I don't know. I don't know if she would think the same way.
It's okay. It's not about her as much as it's about you and the story that you're telling yourself. Right now, it seems like you're almost trying to talk yourself out of making the time, but it's okay. It's not an immediate easy fix. Hey, let's hang out and that's the end of it. Okay, so you want to think about, okay, what am I telling myself consistently about my sister and her time, myself and my time? Is me wanting to hang out with her just about me? Am I hanging out with her as a to do? Okay, I hung out with my sister, check. Pay my cell phone bill, check. If it's meaningful for you, take your time with it, but think about the story that you tell yourself and to reframe that story.
So like when I think of oh gee so so I could think of it as like, okay, when it comes to me making time for her, maybe instead of thinking about it as I'm always busy, I can think of it as, oh, I have I have a lot of priorities, and one of them maybe should be her in my case. instead of making my maybe thinking of it as, okay, so with school, I have a lot of priorities at school. Maybe I should take care of those priorities first so that I would have more time. Is that a way of reframing?
Where did school come from?
I said I was always busy.
No, I understand that, but as we were discussing, you just now added in school. But it was clear that you were going to school, but if you're reframing it, we were discussing wanting to have a better relationship with your sister, right?
Oh, okay.
So we're talking about your sister. So a way to reframe that would be, my sister's a priority. I will make time to spend time with her. School's at the top. You already know school's at the top. Directly beneath that is your sister and your relationship with her, and making that a priority so that you can make that better. Now, she is a priority. She is not the priority. School is the priority. So you say my sister is a priority, and I will make time to spend time with her.
Priority. Wait, no, my school is a.
The.
I feel like
My school is the priority. My sister is a priority. I will make time to spend time with her.
I feel like sometimes school is too much of a priority for me. Like too much of a priority.
So let me ask you this. Is it about school or is it about your sister?
My goal is my sister.
Okay.
But I feel like a lot of different things cut into that as well.
Okay. All right. Well, we're almost out of time, so we're gonna add school to the things to discuss. But as I begin to wrap up with you, here's what I wanna give you some homework. Your homework is to take an hour and spend that hour with your sister however you want to spend it, however she wants to spend it. I would say take some time and figure out what it is that she likes to do and do that. Offer her enough time. So I would say start on Monday, reminder on Tuesday, reminder on Wednesday, reminder on Thursday, whichever day you pick, but you want to, put those reminders in place. They show her, hey, I'm serious about spending time with you. To the activity that you choose will show that it's important that you want to spend time with her. And you spend at least that 1 hour with just her. That would be your commitment to her and the rebuilding of your relationship. I think that in doing that, you will show her that your time, energy, and effort is genuine. In terms of, hey, I want to rebuild our relationship, I want to repair it, or whatever the story is that you tell yourself about you guys' relationship.
So, one more thing. So I, instead of thinking of it as, we're not hanging out together, she doesn't want to hang out with me, I'll think of it as, like, okay, what are some ways we can make time together to spend, time? Yeah. Okay.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. And that you guys will, the bond that, you feel like you guys once had that you don't have, or you feel like you don't have anymore, or that you tell yourself that you don't have anymore, you can then should, help. But that's your assignment. Do you have any questions about your assignment? Is there anything else that you would like to talk about that you forgot that you know what, by the way, you mentioned school and that's a big thing. Do you want to add that for next time?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I could talk about why I mentioned school.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
I mentioned school because it's like a big factor in my life, and I feel like sometimes it just kind of like it kind of takes me away a lot from like what I want to do, such as like grow my relationship with my sister. And so I mentioned school because it's a major factor in my life that's really also affecting my relationship with my sisters. My sister, excuse me.
Okay.
And so I hope that next week maybe I could talk more a little bit about that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Absolutely. So I just want to say thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. You took a really huge step in coming in and just having this conversation. I know sometimes these types of conversations can't be easy and it, makes people vulnerable. So I just want to say thank you for coming. I appreciate it. And together we're going to work on getting a better relationship with you and your twin sister who's an hour older than you.
Yeah.
All right?
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. I appreciate you. See you next time.